Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show. All day, all Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and tell a friend. Go ahead and hit that subscribe so you don't forget when I go live. Please leave a comment and and go in. You can even chit chat with your friend here at this place we call Ray Ray all day. Ray Ray all day. Ray Ray all day. What's up, y'all? Thanks for coming back and tuning in to another episode of Ray Ray All Day. Thanks. This is Real House of Start over. This is Real Housewives of New Jersey, Season 12, Episode 7. Child, let me tell you, this was a good episode. The folks was going in. And the guys, now, I have always said Jersey guys have always been the most entertaining, the most easy to film, and they do really well. They work really well together. I mean, all of them are pretty much cool with each other. But this episode says something else, huh? So they start off with the guys going in on Bill about his wife, acting the way she was acting, doing her own PI services and starting stuff. And Evan went in, child. I was shocked. Jackie husband, Evan, the one that Teresa lied on, and then Nosy was, Bill's wife was hunting and doing the PI services about. So he kind of went in, and that's when Bill had it. Everybody was letting him have it about what Nosy was doing. Joe Gorga was going in about her putting her hands on his wife, and Evan going in. Pretty much almost everybody has something to say about how wrong Bill's wife was. So, as he should, told them, get off my wife and I'm out. I mean, if you want to stay married, I mean, really. Okay? I mean, really. Really? 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 But it's a trip. He can tell her she wrong over there, but not communicate it to the homies. See, again, it's probably how they cut and paste it, but he already told her on camera she was wrong. He already did. So it's just a matter of him communicating to the guys that hey, me and my wife discussed it. I am agreeing to the point that certain things she should not have done. But again, it's all about how you say it, to where he doesn't have to, huff out like, like his drawers is in a bunch, but just, be assertive and respectful if, because now he's in the mix, starting, got a thing going because he couldn't stay and hold a conversation. And it's like, Bill, what's going on? You and your wife are just alike, I guess, huh? Equally yoked, equally yoked. So the guys start talking about, Louis, and they bring up, oh, disclaimer, just let you know there's some uh trigger alert, could be some DV situations that you may not want to hear, but it won't go into detail. Just a quick overview, and it's nothing major. However, just come back in about 30-45 seconds. So they're talking about the allegations about Louis, and Louis is telling the guy, oh no, it's not true. But then he starts to, rag on the girl and talk mess about her too. He's done that in more than one occasion. And that's not kind of cool for you to bash someone who's, saying these things about you, especially when it's a man to a woman. That's just society. That's the way it is. Don't blame me, blame society. Okay, that's that on that. So, the next day, all the guys are reminiscing with their wives and catching up about who who dropped who how did we say who drop kick who? Literally almost, right? About them going going in on Bill and all that. But I'm glad Joe told Louis, at that guy's lunch or whatever, that it better not be nothing I find, or it's me and you. I'm glad. I know he probably, you know, could have said a little different, a little more meaner, but he on TV and he liked the dude, so we know what Joe was saying. Don't get caught with your pants down about my sister. Don't do nothing wrong. And we get it. We get it. Especially with that mess that, he was accused of by the ex. But anywho, but the thing is, Teresa starts a fight with the girl. And but we'll get back to that. So anyway, we go to Nosy Aiden, and she teaching her little 10-year-old how to ride a bike with training wheels. Is she 10, 11, 9, maybe 8? Maybe 8. Yeah, she's teaching her baby how to ride with training wheels. All right. Moving on. So Bill tells, his nosy wife, he stood up for her, at the thing, and she's, never satisfied. Why do they scream at each other? Her response was, well, I need you to be more emotional. And when I'm in distress, I need for you to be there and show up. And he's like, well, didn't I just tell you? I backed you up even when I told you was wrong. Didn't I just tell you I backed you up with the guys, and now me and the guys got a falling out behind you and your mess? But he didn't say it like that. But come on now, Nosy. I understand you hurting over the affair, and Margaret put your business all out for the World Wide Web to know and see. But we're gonna need you to handle your husband accordingly. Now, it's just my opinion. Now, hey, marriage is one of my fortes. And now, hey, I ain't got to be married up 10 years to know. When my husband tells me he protected me and had my back even though I was wrong, oh, he gonna get loved on. He ain't gonna get told what he didn't do for me. Just saying. Just word to the wise. Don't do that to your man, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it to your mate. It ain't cool. It ain't cute. They gonna resent you. They just may resent you. Moving on. So then we got Sister Dolores, talking about the house and Frank and her mom and everything. And child, Sister Dolores got a lot on her mind with her mom. Her mom having a triple, quadruple, whatever bypass surgery and whatnot, not what. Woo, that's a lot going on. I wish her mama well. I wish her mama well, okay? So then the next scene, Marge, calls Sister Dolores, and invites her to the spa and everybody but Nosy is coming to the spa, for obvious reasons. Marge and Aiden and Nosy Aiden ain't getting along right now because, Marge went checkmate. Remember the other year, Nosy said, well, if you just don't like my response. It is what it is. Well, can't that be the same for Marge? I mean, you dish it out, but you can't take it. You can talk crap about me because of my past, but now that your past comes out, ooh, now everybody got to go through therapy. Girl, bye. I don't know. Some just don't. The scales are sometimes unbalanced. Scales are sometimes unbalanced. Right there it is, I think. So then we got Goop Duke. Has an anniversary with Louie 1 year. And her kids are not enthused, child. They all talk, I'm not talking about kids, but they all, like the whole family, they all have this real, that same, aura in their voice. It must run in their whole family. They all have that about them. That's kind of cute, but in a way, it's kind of weird. They all have that going on. But hey, family traits. It's all good. Teresa, Goop Doop, Doop Goop, and Louie. I ain't trying to talk about Louie in that particular video, but just to know where Goop Doop came from, relationship wise, it don't take much for a decent enough guy to woo her. And I'm not knocking nothing, not knocking Louie, but for Duke Goop to say his past doesn't mean anything, these allegations about what, innuendos about this and and some questionable retaliatory verbiage he has spewed about his past relationships. All I know is when a man is over it, when a man is about his new business, his new work, as Dennis calls it, his new work, the old work don't matter. You don't even have to address it to the point of a long drawn out situation and then you bash the person. See, it's the bashing of the ex that just sits the wrong way. It just sits the wrong way. I hope he's innocent of all of that, and I hope all that's not true. Look out, Goop Doop. So the ladies do lunch. Marge knows everything and whatnot, and they having a good time. And Melissa talks about Antonia, talking about how when she's the teenager stage and she don't want to be bothered, but then she want to be bothered, embarrassed by everything. So Melissa's concerned, but I think they're going to be okay. I think they're going to be fine because Joe is a really good daddy and he ain't going to let much fly about Antonia. You know, the boys are different, but you know how it is with girls, and and real strong family ties, and certain cultures are really tight with it. So, and I like it personally. The tighter the better. I'm just saying. Just saying. So anyway, Goop Dupe is having a conversation, and then Tracy and the barbers come up, and then she gets a little offended, well, a lot offended, child, a lot offended about how Tracy is sticking her nose in her family business, saying this and saying that, and then Tiki too. Well, doggone. If they own the show, they got something to say. I know I would. I know I would with you. I guess again, when folks telling the truth and it, makes Goop Doop look a little doop goopy, then it is what it is. I guess. So then Nosy Aiden and her brother have lunch, and he's a pretty cool guy. She doesn't want any, sorry, she doesn't want any more of the stress and everything. So they're just, shooting a breeze and catching up. Nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see here. So it was a pretty good episode. Next week, apparently, Goop Dupe and Marge is gonna get into it because I guess Dupe Goop is just far upset about everything that's going on with Louie and everybody's innuendos about what she ain't doing, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But anyway, tell me what you think. Do you think anything is gonna happen with Louis? Do you think his ex is gonna come on the show and talk mess? Ooh, that would be something. That would be like a Jerry Springer. Oh, child. But yeah, I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And you have a good day.